Hello, my name is Crystal Massey, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my thematic unit on Dr. Seuss about reading, and this is in regards to differentiated instruction. Okay, first I would like to say what I want the students to know is how to comprehend a story and know their sight words. I want the students to understand the meaning of the story, and I want students to read the story and do activities to enhance their learning. First of all, differentiated learning with the various types of students that we're going to be dealing with, there are many things that I needed to focus on. One was the meaningfulness, because it's National Reading Awareness Month, so it does have meaning for having Dr. Seuss, and this would be done in March. The currency, because reading affects us every day. Practice, they're going to be rereading the story over and over in order to master their reading skills. Active participation, all students will be actively participating and involved in reading and activities. Motivation, by using technology to assist the students in many ways. And realism, they're going to use magazines to create their characters, or they can draw their characters. And challenge is to be creative. Okay, I have here 4 different types of students that I wanted to really focus on. The ESL, which is English Language Learners, 504, Dyslexia, and Gifted and Talented. And these are students with different learning needs. And the English Language Learners will be in the same room as the rest of the class. And they're going to be able to use their own language to speak and help translating, for instance, Spanish to English, and have a visual to help them. So here we have gato and cat, sombrero and hat, madre for mother, and so forth. And so that's what's going to help them. Now the Section 504 students, they're going with special circumstances and learning disabilities, there are going to be tutors that will be available if necessary, and depending upon their need. And then they will give them longer time to finish their activities. So each activity we have, they'll have an extended time to help them. And also, they can use, there will be a recorder that will have, and the computer available to use to read the book and finish all their activities. So the book is going to be pre-recorded, and this is actually also going to be for dyslexia students. These students will be provided with clear and explicit instructions on what they need to do for each and every activity. The book in the Cat in the Hat is going to be pre-recorded, and they will listen to it by audio and visualize it on the computer. They will be able to cut out their pictures from their magazines and to draw pictures depending on what level or how they are. Also, they can use their daily journal to write their thoughts on Cat in the Hat and the poem, and they can kind of look at that and use that. Now, the last group of students is the Gifted and Talented, and they're going to work more independently. And they're going to be able to, even when they go to retell the story to me, they're going to be able to do that probably even from the cat's perspective. They can do it like that. Also, they can compare the cat with another character in the story, like the mother talking about rules and what they said and what was broken. Also, they can help and assist other peers that need help if they're having trouble. They can write a short story instead of a poem. And if they finish all their tasks on time and they need something else to do, this is what they can do. They can also explore the computer researching about Dr. Seuss, the author of Cat in the Hat, and what they found out. So I'm going to kind of give you a brief overview of my lesson, now that you know what each student, what they can do. And lesson 1, they're going to go over the sight words on Cat in the Hat, and here's some sight words here. I've kind of listed just a few here so you can see them. Then they're going to draw characters from the story. So this is kind of lesson 1. They're going to read the story, Cat in the Hat. Then they're going to draw the characters. Then they're going to read Cat in the Hat 2 times. More practice to master the skill. Okay, on lesson 2. They're going to reread the story and retell it to me. Now this is where the Gifted and Talented student can tell it in another perspective, and this is where the other students that need help by using technology or the pre-recorded version can do that. They're also going to be doing sequencing. And on the sequencing, they're going to put the sentences in order, what happened first, next, and last. Now, these are color-coded for the dyslexic students and for the English language students. So they're color-coded, and they'll have these all on the table, and they're going to have to put these together. Now, they may need to be assisted and have help with that. Then lesson 3 is what hat are you? So this is where they're going to find the different hats. They can cut these out, or they can draw these, or they can do this on the computer. And they're going to say, what hat are, and there will be a different variety of culture represented so that will be there. Then they're going to write a list of rules for their house. And they can do this in the journal, by the computer, depending on what need and level that they are. And this is an example. They will have an example to follow every step, so they will all have clear and explicit instructions. Then lesson 4 is rhyming words and sight words. They're going to write a poem using the sight words. They will have an example, and they will have the sight words there, and they can use pictures as well, the mother, and like this could be Sally, and this is what they would be doing. And again, every child is different, so there's not one right way to do it and not one wrong way. As long as we have each and every child that is doing the right, what will best help them. So again, the students, they're going to comprehend the story. They're going to do some activities to reinforce that story. They're going to practice to master their skill, and they're going to know the meaning of the story with whatever help that we have available. The TEKS is also listed on the board, and it's English Language Arts 1, 2, 13, and 21, and it does have a math with a sequencing, so that is listed as well. And there will be a code and instruction for every activity that they do. All right, I thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed it. God bless.